Something is very off with this search. The names that we want are becoming long shots, and the names who nobody knows are becoming a lot louder. While everyone's yelling about who the Eagles didn't get, the front office is working through something very specific to get the Birds back on track. So let's get it mixing. What's up, Mafia? So the Eagles have already interviewed multiple offensive coordinator candidates. Here's the list. Matt Nagy, Bob Cooter, Zac Robinson, Mike Kafka. The only one that we haven't discussed in a previous video was Matt Nagy. But to be honest, none of them jump off the screen and scream elite in my opinion. In his defense, Matt Nagy is the most experienced. He's a former head coach, knows structure and how to run plays in a program, and knows how to manage a quarterback room. He seems like the safe choice. What this interview tells me is that they're trying to find someone they can hand the offense to without blowing up the entire room. Now let's talk about who's out. My number one choice is Mike McDaniels. Mike McDaniels chose to go to the Chargers. He chose Justin Herbert and he chose Jim Harbaugh. And that makes absolutely no sense to me. He wanted a job where he could be the offensive coordinator and then parlay that into a head coaching job within the same organization. And the only two teams that made sense at this point in time were the Philadelphia Eagles and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Think about it. You have two coaches who are on a very tight leash, and they mess up between 1 to 2 seasons that would elevate Mike McDaniels into becoming the head coach. That is not going to happen with the Chargers. The Chargers just hired Harbaugh. Harbaugh got them into the playoffs. He has them playing the right way. I don't think the Chargers would blow that team up, fire Harbaugh after you just hired him, and then move Mike McDaniels into that position. That move is counterintuitive. Why would you go to a place where you're going to be stuck in a position that you don't want to be in when there are other prospects and other places that want to have you here where you have the possibility of becoming a head coach? I compare everything from what the Chargers have and what the Eagles have. Quarterback, they're about even. They're about even. This was an off year for Jalen, but they're about even. Justin Herbert, Jalen Hurts, they're about even. The run game definitely goes to the Eagles. We have two dominant backs in our backfield that are capable of taking it to the house at any time. And then you go over to our receivers. We have A.J. Brown. We have Devontae Smith. You have Darius Cooper, who's actually a developmental piece, and he's playing well. Right now we have Jahad Dawson, even though I don't know if he's going to be on the roster, and I'm pretty sure the Eagles are going to take another wide receiver in the draft. Now, you go over to the Chargers, right? Their big name is Lad McConkey. Not a bad player, but he can't hold a candle to what we have over on our offense. Our offensive line, when we're healthy, we are better than what they have over in the Chargers. The Eagles is a better scheme fit for Mike McDaniels. Even if Nick Sirianni were to mess up, right, and get fired, Mike McDaniels could just slide into that position, and all the weapons that you have, it makes absolute sense. This move, I am befuddled. I don't understand why this move was made when you had an easy layup, but now instead you're running back to the three-point line to make a shot that you're possibly not going to make. Different analogy, different sports, but y'all get what I'm saying. So our number one coaching candidate is off the board immediately. So now we're scrambling, trying to find somebody else. Now, Brian Daboll is one of the people that we should actually be focused on. But now he's apparently going to go talk to the people out in Buffalo. But reports have shown that if he does not get the head coaching job in Buffalo, he wants to be the offensive coordinator with the Tennessee Titans. With the Tennessee freaking Titans.
I mean, we keeping a buck right now, we ass.
Ass!
So you're telling me you rather play with a team who didn't win 5 games last year, and the quarterback at the helm is Cam Ward, over playing with Jalen Hurts and a team who won 11 games this season, and it's with a team that when they actually lose and we're going through chaos, we're actually still winning and we have a winning record. That makes no sense. It's like you're settling for mediocrity. So you're going to go for a different role, dumbing yourself down with a different roster that doesn't pair up with the Philadelphia Eagles. And I think that that's really something that we should really be paying attention to. Now think about what this job actually looks like if any of these guys were to come to the Philadelphia Eagles, right? Nick Sirianni is still the head coach. I know it's annoying because he's freaking involved in anything. Jalen Hurts is still your quarterback. The dude is a winner. He's a bona fide winner. A.J. Brown is still elite, and I get it. The only question is, will he be on the roster next season? And I know if he's not there, then we don't have clarity on a lockdown long-term situation. Then we go to the offensive line. Lane Johnson is still sitting at your right tackle. He is still a Hall of Fame level player, but retirement is still in the question. He's been hurt most of the season. He was out the last 7 games, so the stability of the offensive line is kind of in peril. And honestly, we don't know where he is at this point in time in his career. There are questions at tight end if Dallas Goedert is going to come back, if the O-line will actually turn back to the O-line of old, and if they're actually going to be healthy. Now, if you're interviewing for this job, you're asking all about that. And I don't think that people like some of the answers to some of those questions, especially if you're looking ahead and you can see the Eagles 2026 schedule, which includes the NFC East, the NFC West, and the AFC South. Our schedule includes first place matchups. That means we're going to be playing teams like the San Francisco 49ers, which I can't wait to get my get back. I can't wait to get my get back because I know we finna bust that ass. The Los Angeles Rams, at this point, you might as well put them in our division because we play them every freaking year. The Seattle Seahawks, this should be our divisional game because we should actually be there already. And then we have the Arizona Cardinals, the Houston Texans, the Indianapolis Colts, the Jacksonville Jaguars, the Tennessee Titans, as well as all the people that we play within our division. We have an elite schedule and we're playing 8 teams who are in this year's playoffs. So whoever gets this job isn't just calling the plays. They're setting the direction and they're setting the tone for this season. And that tone needs to be that we play clean and dominant football. We'll run the ball down your throat. Our receivers will make your DBs look average and we will dominate you in every single faction of the game. And honestly, I don't really see panic within the organization, but I do see frustration amongst the fans. And I get it, because right now it seems like no one of importance wants to come to Philadelphia. So it made me think, what is the common denominator that's keeping everybody away from Philly? So we have 2 top candidates, right? They want head coaching jobs, right? But they said that they'll settle for offensive coordinator roles if the position aligns with growth, right? 2, that we had on our radar, we're going to bring into our building and we're going to try to sign. And those 2 choices, for the most part, have decided to go elsewhere. So what is the common denominator? Is it bad quarterback play? That's got to be a no. Is it bad running back play? That's going to be a no. Is it uncertainty with the wide receiver room? That may be something that comes into question, but I don't think so. Is it the offensive line? We already stated before that we have not been healthy, and that's something that we're going to address in the offseason. Is it the smoke and mirrors that come with being in Philadelphia? I don't think so, because every organization has those same smoke and mirrors. So what is the reason why people do not want to come to Philadelphia? And I think I know the answer. It has to be Nick Sirianni. Nick Sirianni rubs people the wrong way. Nick Sirianni is very loud. Nick Sirianni is very rash. He's very bold. He's very in your face. He's very, I want control. And someone who's coming in to do a job and who has a job to do and has a role that they need to fulfill, they don't want to answer to him. I absolutely get it. And there's been rumors that Nick Sirianni has been pulling strings in regards to the offense. They said it when Brian Johnson was there. They said it when Kellen Moore was there. They said it when Kevin Petula was there, even though Kevin Petula was hot buttered ass. Nick Sirianni has his hand on everything but the defense. Which leads me to this question. Nick Sirianni, bro, what do you actually do?
What would you say you do here?
For somebody who apparently does not call plays, you have a lot of input in things that really shouldn't matter to you. You're the head coach that does absolutely nothing. In my opinion, you're just a bona fide guidance counselor. You're a morale guy. You're somebody who keeps the room in line. And that's what you should focus on. You are the reason why we can't get top level guys to come to Philadelphia. Now, I'm not saying that the other guys that we interview may not fit into Philadelphia in this culture. I'm not saying that the guys that we interview can't turn this offense around and put us back on track to being Super Bowl contenders and ultimately Super Bowl champions. But the 2 choices that we said before had NFL pedigree and would put us on a higher pedestal in the NFL. They would have made the offense fun, fast, exciting with a lot of motion, a lot of different schemes, and a lot of plays that we haven't run in the last couple of seasons. And now, since you're touching everything, we can't have that. Which leads me to believe that the rumors that you were almost fired in Philadelphia were absolutely true. I think that Nick Sirianni needs to take his hands off, and I'm glad that Howie Roseman and Jeffrey Lurie, they have the final say of who they're bringing in. But let me get your opinion on how you guys are feeling. Are you calm? Are you frustrated? Or do you feel like the house is burning down around you? I'll be honest with you. I'm frustrated. I'm not panicking, but I don't love the way this looks. I know that Howie Roseman usually gets things right 9 times out of 10, but this time just feels a little bit shaky. That being said, I do believe the right choice will be made based on who is still out there and on the market. And when that decision is made, I'll be right here talking to you about it. So signing out, this has been Brother Shy, and this has been the Midnight Green Mafia.